All right, so now comes the fun part, brushing. Every inch of the pool has to be brushed. There's just no two ways about it. It has to be done. But now's a good time to actually talk about why did this bloom occur? How did this happen? And normally, pool professionals automatically think phosphates, typically low chlorine and phosphates. In fact, the last pool I did cleared the algae bloom. Phosphates was the big part of it. Your phosphate should be between 0 and 100 parts per billion. That's the ideal range. This pool was 113, so it's no big deal, just barely above the ideal range. And when I looked around here, I'm thinking, yeah, for sure phosphates, because you see all the trees and bushes around. Very windy and can get quite dusty in Las Vegas, so I thought phosphates for sure, but it wasn't. It was high cyanuric acid, CYA, and low chlorine. Cyanuric acid is used to bind to chlorine, to protect chlorine from the sun dissipating the chlorine. So the typical range is 30 to 50 parts per million, and this was 161. That is extremely high, and the chlorine was extremely low, almost none. So you might ask yourself, well, it was a lot of CYA, it'd be protecting the chlorine better, doesn't it? No. It suffocates the chlorine. If there's too much CYA, it suffocates it. And it binds, CYA has to bind to chlorine. So if you have a lot of CYA there and normal amounts of chlorine, but lots of CYA, all of it's going to cling on to the chlorine molecules, and eventually it kind of suffocates it, for lack of a better word or description. So what's going to happen is it's too hot to drain this pool now, and it's going to be too hot for the next couple, 3 months. So the CYA level is going to remain high. What we're going to need to do once we get this to blue is we have to elevate the chlorine levels. As opposed to the normal 1 to 3 parts per million, we're probably going to be around 8 to 10 parts per million. So the CYA doesn't suffocate and cling on to the normal amounts of chlorine. There's going to be more chlorine in for the CYA to bind to. Then come fall, when it cools down, we'll probably drain. But now, let me get to brushing.